Good morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Gnan Manjari Modern School. So in the previous video we have just completed our chapter number 3. Now from this video we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, that is our environment. Okay. So in this chapter here first of all the introduction part is given of environment. So what is environment? Okay. So here it is written there are different types of environment, in that there are different components of here. So let us see first of all, everything that surrounds us is known as our environment. So first point we can write in this chapter, that is everything everything that surround us is known as our environment. Okay, so that is known as our environment. Here I know that if we are in the school, okay, and here there are different kinds of the things, like trees are there, benches are there, all the atmosphere, all the thing, that is our environment. Okay students, now moving forward, that is the factor that determine our environment could be living components and non-living components. Firstly, our environment just determines the two factors, that is living components and non-living components. So here living components means the living things and non-living components means the non-living thing. So here let us see that. First of all we will see the living components. Let us see that. Firstly it is living component, living component living components such as the animal, and plants that share our habitat, our habitat and surrounding, and secondly non-living component, that is non-living components non-living components such as the climate, weather, it is hot, wet, or windy, landscape, landscape, weather, whether it is a mountain, sorry, a valley, mountain, mountain, plain, or seashore, soil, weather. It is dry, sandy, marshy, and so on. Okay, so here our environment also includes the land, where we live, our water sources and the air we breathe. Air we breathe. So here we have seen first of all what is environment. So environment means what? And everything that surround us is known as our environment. Anything that is surrounded by us, that is known as our environment. Then after secondly, they have divided environment into two subcategories, that is here living components and non-living components of the environment. So first of all, what is the living components of the environment? So here living components such as the animals and plants that share our habitat and surrounding, means the animals, the plants which are there in our surrounding, that is known as our living components of environment. Okay, then after non-living components, the things which is non-living and that share the environment, so that is known as the non-living component of the environment. So here it is non-living components of environments such as the climate, that is non-living component. Why? Because whether it is a hot, wet or windy, okay, so there are different kinds of the weathers, that is which it is hot, wet or windy. Means hot means in the summer, wet means in the monsoon, and here windy means it is somewhat in monsoon and the winter. Okay students, then after landscape means what? The appearance of the land, that is it is like a valley, it is like mountain, it is like a plain, or it is like a seashore. So there are different kinds of the landscape over here in our surrounding environment. Then after soil. So all the things all have different environment and different types of the soil, different types of the weather, different types of the landscape. So here soil, whether it is a dry, sandy, mushy, and so on. So there are also different types of the soil which is in our surrounding. Okay, students, and at last it is where we live, our water sources, and the air we breathe. This is all about our environment. Okay, students. So here now I am just explaining it again that सबसे पहले जो environment होता है, what is the environment? जो चीज हमारे आसपास है, okay, that is known as, जो चीज हमारे आसपास है, that is known as our environment. What? Everything that surrounds us is known as our environment. That is known as our environment. Then after इन लोगों ने they have just categorized into two other types, that is living components and non-living components. Living components मतलब क्या कि जो जी सकते हैं, दे हैं, उनके शरीर में जान है, that is known are the living components. And non-living जो जी नहीं रहे हैं, like here mountains, the valleys, then after different types of the weather conditions, then landscapes, then sand, then air. Okay, so there are different kinds of these non-living components. If I just give the example of it, so it is climate. अभी सबसे पहले climate की बात करें. So here you are living over here in Gujarat, so there is a specific weather condition, a specific kind of the weather. Okay, so here the summer is more, monsoon is little bit low, and then after it is the winter. So as you just go from Gujarat to on the north side, that is Jammu Kashmir or Himachal Pradesh, or in that side, so where there is in winter our temperature, it will be in 15 to 20 degree or 25 degree. 15 to 25 degree in winter, there is our temperature, but in summer times there is below 20 degree Celsius there. So there is a different weather. The weather is more cold than here in the Jammu Kashmir. In winter, sometimes in that northern region, the temperature just go to the minus. Okay, so what happened? There will be snowfalls, then it will be more cold. Okay, we can't live over there, and the people who live over there, they can't live over here. If we just go, हम उधर जाएंगे तो हमको बहुत ठंडी लगेगी और हम जी नहीं पाएंगे वहाँ पे, और हमको बहुत ठंड लगेगी. और अगर वो लोग यहाँ आ गए तो उन लोगों को बहुत गर्मी लगेगी. So they will not come here and we will not just go there. But हम क्या करते हैं, छुट्टियों में कुछ वीकेंड के लिए वहाँ पे जाते हैं रहने के लिए. Okay students, now moving forward, that is here it is written the ecology. So let us learn about the ecology. Okay. Now, let us learn about the ecology, students. So ecology, first of all, what is ecology? Let us see. Ecology is the science that that deals with living things, living things in their environment and all the different all the different relationships relationships that exist here, that exist there. Okay, so this is the ecology. Let us learn about it. So ecology, first of all, what is the ecology? Let us learn this, students. So here ecology is the science that deals with living things in their environment and all the different relationships that exist there. So the living components, ecology is what? It deals with all the living components of an environment, that is known as the ecology. So here different types of the plants are there, different types of the animals are there. Okay, so this all are the ecology, and there are different species are there. So study of that is known as the ecology. Here repeating it again, that is ecology is the science that deals with living things in their environment and all the different relationships that exist there, okay, in the environment. That is the ecology. Now here moving forward, in the last 2 centuries, human beings have drastically changed the environment by clearing forests, growing crops, dumping enormous quantities of waste and causing pollution. So here humans have just done many of the bad activities. Okay, so which was bad activities? That is, in last 2 centuries, human beings have drastically changed the environment by clearing forest. First of all, they have just cleared the forest area, means जो जंगल होता है उसमें से उन लोगों ने प्लेन एरिया वहाँ बना दिया है. कैसे कि वहाँ के सारे ट्रीज कट करके वहाँ पे एक प्लेन एरिया बना दिया है. तो दो थिंग्स द लिविंग थिंग्स विच लिव ऑन दैट फॉरेस्ट, दे विल जस्ट लूज देयर होम. Okay, then after is growing crops. So here the crop should be grown in different ways, in different parts. Okay, but due to that the soil is eroded, or just we can say that it is not proper. It is just we have that studied in the second chapter, I think. Okay, that how the soil is eroded or degraded due to that. Then after dumping numerous quantities of waste and causing pollution. So here dumping, we all know that the things which are which is not necessary are dumped into a ground. So what happened? Due to that the pollution occurs. Okay students, so that is the pollution. Then after moving forward, so here is pollution. What is pollution? Let us see about it. So pollution means making the environment dirty with substance that are harmed sorry that are harmful to living beings. Okay, harm to the living beings. So here now talking about the pollution. Okay students, so what is pollution? As we just discussed about it, that is pollution means making the environment dirty with substances that are harmful to the living beings. So the things which is harmful to the living beings, we are just doing that. So here we have just seen the different kinds of the pollution, that is water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution. Okay, so different types of pollution we have seen. So what is water pollution? So the pollution, the things which harms to the aquatic life, okay, that is known as the water pollution. Then after air pollution, the things which harms in the air, the some of the toxic gases which are just directly put into the air by some of the factories and industries, that is the air pollution. And then after land pollution, the things which just throw as a garbage in the land, so that also causes somewhat the pollution. But if the thing is degradable, then it will not cause the pollution. But if the thing is non-degradable or non-biodegradable, then it will just stay there only up to many of the years, thousands of years. It will just not be moved from that, it will be there and it will just cause the soil pollution. Okay, then after moving further, that is, did you know that a big city or a town produces thousands of tons of garbage daily? So here talking about the town or a city, it just produce thousands of ton garbage in a one day, in a single day. Sanitization involves the the environment gets polluted or spoiled in many ways. So due to this pollution, this garbages and that all, it is just polluted. Okay, then here coming to is the sanitization. What is sanitization? Let us see that, students. So sanitization 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 involves the removal of garbage and waste and maintenance of hygienic condition okay, it is the sanitization okay students, here sanitization. So here what is sanitization? So sanitization involves the removal of garbage and waste and maintenance of hygienic conditions. Okay, sanitization involves this all the things, means the hygienic conditions due to which it will not harm to any of the living thing, that is known as the sanitization. So here we will see the different points in that. Let us see that. So the first, here it is, the first point in the sanitization so here the first point in that, it is white often blocked drainage overflow overflowing overflowing sewages, garbage and domestic waste domestic waste and stinking dirty stagnant water on street, on the streets create very unhygienic and insanitary conditions. Secondly, that is also garbage does not just remain in one place plastic bags fly about blown by the wind if cows and goats eat them, they choke on the plastic and die. Third point, that is plastic bags find their way to river and even oceans, polluting them. Okay, so here let us see this 3 point and then after we will end this video. So here where the sanitization is required in our daily life. So here quite often blocked drainage, overflowing of sewage, garbage and domestic waste and stinking dirty stagnant water on the street create very unhygienic and unsanitary condition. मतलब आपने अपने जो एक तालुका होता है उसके अंदर आपने देखा होगा कि डिफरेंट टाइप्स के आपने कभी कभी गटर छलकाते हुए देखा होगा, फिर बहुत जगह कचरा जमा करते हुए देखा होगा, तो वहाँ सैनिटाइजेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. व्हाई? फ्रॉम वेयर दी डेंग्यूज then malaria, just mosquito and this insects are just born. Okay, due to this dirtiness it is born. Okay students, then after second one, that is also garbage does not just remain in one place. Plastic fly bags fly about blown by the air by wind. If the cows and the moose eat them, they choke on the plastic and die. मतलब यहाँ पे जो प्लास्टिक बैग वहाँ पे होती है वो एक जगह नहीं रहती. ड्यू टू wind it just move from one part to the other part, and अगर कोई काव या गोट के अंदर खाने में आया तो they just choke and they just die. Okay, and the last one, that is plastic bags find their ways to river and even oceans, polluting them. So some of the plastic bags just fly away to the other part in the seas, in the oceans, in the rivers, and they just pollute that. Okay students, so here this is the 3 point. In your homework what you have to do is you have to write down these 3 points in your homework book, and we will meet in the next video. Okay, bye students.